Anyway.
Welcome back to Belfast.
Thank you very much.
You've always made a point of touring some of the more obscure parts of the UK and Europe. Is that something that the band has always been committed to?
Yeah, pretty much as a band. I mean, even though, well, we've been around, obviously we've been around for many years, but we enjoy going to different places. Still, we find it exciting, you know, and especially as, I guess, I mean, in some ways, as the internet has kind of changed things, media, all that, you know, it's also the music has managed to spread to different countries that you never thought, probably 20 years ago, possible. So it's good to branch out.
So what sort of territories do you find yourself breaking into now that you never would have thought of it?
Well, we went to Bangalore earlier this year, which was cool. That was somewhere where I would never really imagined, going. I mean, I know Carcass played in Mumbai as well earlier this year. But I know we've been invited over to Cairo next year to play a show. We've done over the past 4 or 5 years. We've done a lot of shows in the Russian, what was the Russian Federation. I went down to Kazakhstan 2 years ago, and that was killer, really good, really fun.
Do you find that there's almost an enthusiasm in those areas for rock and metal that doesn't exist anymore in the UK?
Well, I think these are countries that for a long time never had exposure to anything in the Western world or whatever. But there's an excitement that you don't get so much, because I mean not for really any reason other than the fact that when we first started touring, even in Europe, there wasn't a structure, there wasn't promoters to promote this kind of music. Now, 25 years on, there's so many more bands, things have opened up. But when you go into places, I mean, some of these places, some bands are kind of afraid to go for some bizarre reason, because they believe what they see on the media. We always say, well, fuck that, we're going to go there and just check it out anyway, because I don't believe what the media tells me anyway.
And that's one of the reasons you came to Belfast during the shit times.
Yeah, so we just go out and you just meet people who really like what you do. I've been following you for many years. It's a great appreciation, and the shows are killer, and the infrastructure down there is perfect. It's fine. It's just
Do you think in the UK the media conspiracy of Colin like is just shoving us all further and further into an underground scene rather than what it was in the 80s?
Possibly. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
And how important now is touring versus selling albums in this new internet age?
Well, I think obviously the labels will say it's harder, and it is harder. I have mixed feelings with labels really, because on one hand I almost like I'd almost prefer to release my own albums and do it that way, but it is harder work to get it out to as many people as you want. So I appreciate that someone like Century Media has the structure there to push the records. But in this day and age, we've actually probably started to sell a few more records than probably we were 10 years ago, purely because we tour more and we kind of keep things on our own level. We just go to we do a lot of festivals in Europe, but small festivals. We kind of avoid the whack-ins. We're not a big fan. I mean, I don't mind them, but they're so huge. I'd prefer to play some 500,000 capacity for their festival, because it's going to have the kind of crowd I want to play to. So through doing shows like that, the albums are spread.
And how mad is this fucking lineup for Deathcrusher?
That's pretty nuts. I mean, we've known each other, all these bands, for years. I mean, for me, it's a killer tour. We toured with the Bixby 26 years ago. We toured with Carcass. I mean, obviously we know each other. For me, Voivod, it's amazing to be tour with those guys in the beginning of this year, and I'm a massive Voivod fan. I was just telling the drummer that I saw them in '86 in London when they went to a record store the next day. I was too shy to go and say hello to them, so we've become best friends. So it's all good for me, and I think for fans of heavy music, it's pretty cool. Really.
And thank you very much, and good luck for tonight.